Hi, it's Linda from the Bubble and Sweet blog, and today we're making textured Christmas tree macarons. So to start, I've already heated up some sugar and water to make a sugar syrup and added it to my whipped egg whites to make a meringue. And it's been mixing for a while and the bowl is now cool to the touch and I'm adding my other ingredients. And I've got sifted almond meal with some icing sugar or powdered sugar, and I've added a teensy bit of egg white powder just to give a bit of stability to the macaron batter. Now, normally what I would do at this stage of making the macaron is I'd mix it up until it was really smooth and flowing. And that way we end up with nice shiny crisp shells. But here all I'm trying to do is combine the ingredients until they're just mixed. So this is looking pretty good. And I'm just splitting this mixture up into 3 separate bowls. So I'm putting a tiny amount in one bowl, a little bit more in the second bowl, and leaving the bulk of it in the mixer bowl. And I've got all the measurements down below in the description, or you can pop on over to the Bubble and Sweet blog, and I've got the detailed description on how to make the macarons there. Okay, so I've split this up into the 3 different bowls because I'm doing the ombre look Christmas tree. Now, ombre is just a fancy way of saying that it's gradually shaded from a darker colour to a lighter colour. You don't have to do that. You can just mix it all the one colour and then you don't have to mix up different bowls. But I liked the ombre look. So what I've got is I've got the 3 bowls. I'm just popping a teensy amount of pink food gel colour in the small bowl, a little bit more in the second bowl that's got more, and a bit more into the bigger bowl. And you're just mixing it until the colour is combined through. You don't want it smooth and flowing, otherwise you won't end up with that textured look. I've got each of those 3 separate colours and popped them into their own piping bag, and I've put a petal tip 103 or 104 on the end of them. Now I'm going to pipe 4 layers, and I'm going to start with the darkest colour down the bottom using the most of the mixture. And how I'm going to pipe is I'm going to point the narrow edge of the petal tip facing outwards, and I'm going to apply light pressure to the bag, and I'm going to move it away and down and back up towards me to make an arch or a teardrop shape. And then I'm going to continue on and do another 4 or 5, depending on the size of the tree that you want. And then I'm going to release the pressure and I'm going to start up higher and do another row with 3 or 4 ruffles on it. Once I finish that second row, I'm swapping to a lighter shade of pink and I'm going to pipe another row, and then finally I'm going to get my lightest shade of pink and pipe one final teardrop. I'm going to leave that to set for 20 minutes and then I'm going to bake it in the oven and allow it to cool before filling. I've baked and cooled the shells. These ones are green instead of pink, and I'm filling them with a whipped pistachio white chocolate ganache. And I'm using a ruffled tip, Wilton 18 or 21 would be a good one, and then I'm just gently pressing them together and chilling them until cool. Pop the filled macarons into an airtight container. For the best flavour, they should be left to develop for a day. You can serve them as they are. If you look at the photo collage at the front of the video, you'll see a tray of them, and with the ruffles they look lovely just as they are. Pop the filled macaron. A simple gold star accent on the top looks lovely, or you can do what I'm doing in the video and add a royal icing on the edge of each of the ruffled layers. I've got my royal icing made so it still holds its shape in soft peaks. It's in a bag with a Wilton tip 2 or 3, and I'm piping along the edge of each of the ruffles. Once I do that, I get a brush I use only for sweet food decorating purposes, and I dip it in a little water, brush off the excess water, and brush the royal icing up towards the top of the macaron to give it a snow-tipped effect. I'm just doing the same on the pink macaron as I've done on the green macaron. Now you can use this textured macaron technique with any macaron recipe you have. Just mix it until only combined. For my recipe, I've got the weights, the oven temperatures, and the description down below. So if you expand the description section below, you can see all the weights and measurements. Or you can pop over to the Bubble and Sweet blog where I always have all my recipes. Thanks for letting me share how to make these Christmas tree macarons with you today. Click subscribe for more free recipes, tips and tutorials from the Bubble and Sweet blog.